live on this Saturday night. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Ryan, hey Dave. And they bring that physicality. Thank you, David. And the Houston Rockets starting five. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the small forward. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. Paul against Westbrook. Now here's Paul. Lets it go with the three. Second shot opportunity. Adams, the pass to Gallinari. Well, last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were. Now, on the other side of 30, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late.
Gallinari hits them both. Big conference rivalry tonight, Chris. Think back to some of your legendary bouts between, say, your Sacramento team and the LA Lakers.
Oh, man, my ears are ringing right now. I got I got the cowbells ringing in my ears just from you saying that. But
pretty exciting,
it takes, yeah, oh, man, it was awesome. But it's not just another game. Your pride is involved. It's about your standings in the conference. And also, it's about fan bragging rights. So for us, you know, it was like the Battle of California. We wanted people in Sacramento to be able to walk around in L.A. and say, hey, we're the best right now.
And a missed layup.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Paul. Adams outside. Clock at 4. On deep.
That's great work on D. At that end of the floor, Tucker never stops working.
The Thunder with another miss. The kick out to Westbrook. The Thunder pull it in. Paul looking over the floor. Westbrook with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Pass to House. Back to Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He's off on that one. Adams, some nice D. Thunder have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Paul. Here's the lob to Adams. Stolen by Tucker. And here comes House, leading the fast break. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Free throw drops for House.
Kevin, it was an up-and-down season for the Rockets last year. I mean, they started out very slow because of injury, but it took them a while to get into the playoff picture. But how about this? They won their division, but only nabbed the 4th seed in the playoffs.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City. And Chris, last year being the 4th seed in the postseason was trouble for the Rockets.
Yeah, it was, especially, Kevin, when you have to face the Warriors in the second round. They got bounced out in Game 6 despite the Warriors losing Durant. The slow start in the regular season, I think, played a big factor.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Here's Westbrook. The Thunder pull it in.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
To end the cold streak. And it's Gallinari missing.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Westbrook dishes to Tucker. Houston moving it around. And Adams sends it back.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
That's a 2 from Paul. Misses off the left iron.
You expect him to make those. They got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Here's Covington. Lays it up off the glass.
And it's clear Covington isn't bashful. He welcomes any opportunity he gets to score inside.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Paul can't get it to go. And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. Noel's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Chris Paul. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Tucker, the pass to Clemens. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, well, that's what I like to see from Tucker. Head up, looking to use his teammates. He's a smart player. He knows he can't do it all by himself.
Schroeder outside. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
The former Georgetown Bulldog, Jeff Green, now a veteran in the NBA. I mean, he's bounced around the last handful of years, but he's a smart player who still knows how to make an impact.
6 to shoot. Schroeder passes to Noel. 14 feet away. And it's Rivers with the rebound. Inside. Banked in off the glass. And for Green, who is almost out of the league due to a heart condition, he's had a great career.
He has, Kevin. I mean, he's never been an all-star, but his production has never been lacking at any of his stops. I mean, lately, Green has been best as a leader for the second unit, who came up with a handful of scores every game.
Noel, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Houston. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. That's good from Noel. For the Thunder, Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Gallinari. And Diallo subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And a change for the Rockets. Carroll's checked in.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Rivers bounce pass. From deep three-point range. No good on that one. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Diallo kicks to Adams. Schroeder surveying the floor. Shot from the low block. And Adams gets it to go down on the assist by Schroeder.
Oh, the feed off the bounce is in just the right spot.
Here's Clemens. Off target from outside. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Rockets ahead, leading by 5. 2K Sports, back in a moment here. Rockets elevated by James Harden to one of the league's powerhouse franchises, and he talks about seed.
This time isn't going to last long. You know, we have a window.
Never a guarantee that the window will remain open.
And superstar players, let's face it, they're best remembered for their championships. It's all about the rings if you're James Harden.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Thunder 5 right now. We've got Dennis Schroeder. Nerlens Noel is out there with Ferguson. Then it's Mike Muscala. And it's Diallo in at the shooting guard position. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his first foul. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Carroll dishes to Westbrook. McLemore, the pass to Carroll. Just 5 on the clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. And a deep three from Harden. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. A different look for Oklahoma City. Robertson comes in for Diallo. And Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. The Rockets also changing it up. Robert Covington comes in for Green. And Daniel House subbed in for Ben McLemore. From deep, Harden. Another miss by Harden.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without foul.
Ferguson misses.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. There's the talk about lowering the minimum draft age from 19 back to 18. And Chris, how much of a difference does that 1 year make in a player's maturity?
It makes so much difference. I mean, you're young, you're coming into a league, you're playing against grown men. Just physically, your body hasn't been able to catch up. How do you handle the travel, being away from your family? Many times this guy's first time being away from their families that long. So it is a maturity process, but at the same time, there's only such a few. And if you're one of the few that have the skill set and you're ready to come to this level, we should welcome you with open arms.
Clock at 6. Pass to House. The fadeaway, and Covington with the basket on the assist by Westbrook. Covington's got his second basket of the night.
Cool under pressure. Covington is good at keeping his composure when the shot clock is running low.
Paul kicks to Noel. Poked away. And there's the pass to Ferguson. Elbow shot is on the way. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Covington's got 6 rebounds now in the game. The 15-footer, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And now a 7-point Rocket lead. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Muscala finds Paul. Good on the three-point shot. Paul's got his first 3 points of the game.
You got to appreciate how assured Paul is. He takes pride in torching the deep on the catch and shoot.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Gallinari, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Terrence Ferguson. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. Outside Westbrook. That's good. A tough shooting night. He's 2 for 8 and looking for more.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you. Well, a look at that 2018 Clippers draft pick and Gilgeous-Alexander. His incredible size at the point guard spot makes him one of the more intriguing players from that class.
And last season with Gilgeous-Alexander, Greg, you could see what he was capable of with his length.
Well, he is just so difficult to slow up when he's running downhill at a defender. Already a plus defender in his offense coming along. He could be a scary figure at that point guard position. Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. And another miss. Whew, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Back to Westbrook from beyond the arc. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gallinari. 1:52 left here in the second. Here's Westbrook. And he's back in business as a jumper finally drops for him. Westbrook's got 4 this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Dort. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. 5 to shoot. And he makes good on his first shot of the game.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Westbrook passes to House. And here's Tucker. Harden outside. Floats one up. And Adams sends it back. To the middle. Here's Dort. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Thunder have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
Yeah, last season, around 71% of the free throws made. And you know what? That has to be a point of emphasis this year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Diallo comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The Diallo's position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Rockets leading by 3. Outside, Green. Here's Clemens. Softly drops in the floater.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Gallinari with it. To the right side. Here's Schroeder. No good on the last second attempt there. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, first and foremost, you got to take care of the basketball, and that means playing with poise, making good decisions, and not giving away any possession. They did a great job of that in the first half.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the board, and it helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that.
And that's a wrap with the third.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Rockets leading by 5. Taking a look at the Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Green, and it's House in at the 3 spot. Now Westbrook, shot clock at 5. Over Paul, and it's Westbrook. That time on the assist from Green. That's now 8 points for Russell Westbrook.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Paul. Sinks that one from the post. Paul's got 5 points so far.
He's not going to outmuscle too many guys, but Paul still has too much grit to let a little contact keep him from finishing.
Westbrook with the bucket. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
Houston leading by 8. Outside, Green. 3-pointer. The rebound by Steven Adams.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
And it's Gallinari missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Paul. Over Westbrook. The Thunder with another miss.
Well, until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
Chris, when you look around the league, who do you feel is the most universally liked player in the league?
That's a good one because there's so many players with great stories. How about Derrick Rose? Fighting all those injuries, coming back, having a 50-point game, becoming a leader again there in Minnesota. The youngest MVP ever, watching his ups and downs. Luka Doncic, how about that guy? That's just from excitement of play. The fact that he's just infused this Dallas team with energy and fun. It's so much fun watching him, and then you got to go with the elder statesman. In other words, we call him the old head where I'm from, and that's Vince Carter. If you don't love Vince Carter, something's wrong with you because he's the line in the sand from Dr. J, Dominique, Jordan, and those dunkers to anything that's happening today. Vince Carter, he's the man.
And he's good on the second.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Paul. The Rockets pull it in.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
A floater. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And it's time for an injury report. Let's find out the news on Robert Covington. David, what's the update there?
Well, guys, I was able to talk with Houston's head athletic trainer about his status. He said it's a hyperextended shoulder and that they've got ice on it now to try to bring down the inflammation.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
Yeah, but fortunately we know he's in good hands, and we hope to see him back on the court soon.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Paul. Here's the teardrop. The shot's good from Robertson.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Clemens. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's Covington. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, this is the type of guy I like. From undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter.
Diallo, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. Rivers, he's checked in for the Rockets.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Passes it to Muscala. Here's Ferguson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 3 on the clock. Deep. It's rebounded by McLemore. Rockets leading by 16. Here's Clemens. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He has 6.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
Schroeder outside. Buries the long-range jumper.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Here's Tucker. Off target on the 15-footer.
Come on. You got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Thunder have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. He makes 1 of 2 that time. For Houston, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Chalk up 2 there. And the Rockets lead by 16.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Diallo. Not a lot of room. There's the pass to Schroeder. Launches it. There's Noel. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Toughness and energy on the boards. An easy putback to show forward.
Schroeder comes with the double team. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Thunder trailing by 14. And the layup is good. Schroeder's got 5.
Oh, look, and the D will give it to you. That's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Rockets with the ball. And so it's the Houston Rockets up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Schroeder and Gilgeous-Alexander pair up in the backcourt. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. And it's Diallo in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And so here is Houston. They led by as many as 18 points. Near the 3-point line, it's Westbrook. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Pass to Covington. Houston moving it around. Kicks it to Westbrook. 4 on the clock. The offensive rebound. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Steven Adams picks one up.
Kevin, the length of Covington, it makes him a difficult guy to guard. Skilled at picking up contact.
Free throw drops for Covington, so it's both teams making substitutions here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Thunder trailing by 10. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Here's Paul. The rebound by Harden.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's all over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
Westbrook kicks to House. Westbrook against Paul. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Paul against Westbrook. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Harden. Paul against Westbrook. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Adams. Rebounded by Tucker.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim. He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And for James Harden, he loves to be put on an island and go one-on-one against a defender.
Well, yeah, last season, Harden had as many ISOs called for him as some teams ran. And that's all because of his coach. His coach calls the games that way. It's his bread and butter. And there isn't much you can do to stop him with one defender.
Paul with the three, connects from three-point range.
That gives him 2 3-pointers for the game, one in each half. I mean, he may add to that total pretty soon.
Harden outside, from deep. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
Rockets ball.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Moves back up. Huffington trying to break free, and he sinks the layup.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. Pass to Dort. Adams down low. Guarded by Tucker. Adams' shot is good.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Westbrook against Paul. Beyond the arc. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Westbrook. And 12 points for James Harden.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
But, GA, this is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins.
Oh, look at him fly!
Get out the way!
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Covington against Paul. Takes a three. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Rockets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Russell Westbrook.
Oh, man, anticipation, instincts, energy, all his tools were on display tonight as he lit the place up.
Covington with the bucket.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Here's Paul. The Rockets pull it in. getting with it. So we see Houston taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.